Now, the case against R. Kelly will be tried at this courthouse before a jury of 12 men and women selected from the surrounding community. Now, who they are and what they believe will have a decisive effect on the verdict.
There is a high percentage of minorities here, African Americans, Hispanics, and Kelly can expect to see a fair number, especially at the 26th in California courthouse location where this is.
The courthouse is located on the south side of Chicago, where you can find some of the city's poorest and toughest neighborhoods. Now, the lawyers for R. Kelly and the prosecution will make their jury selection carefully, hoping to find people that are sympathetic to their side.
If I am R. Kelly's lawyer, I want people who are skeptical of the law. I want people who believe and have life experience or read about the fact that cops set people up. They make rushes to judgment, that the cops sort of make the decisions and then they go look for the evidence. By the way, in the community in which this case is going to be tried, there will be a fair number of people whose life experience is just that.
You really want to get a jury of R. Kelly's peers and not have people that aren't going to understand the music industry and where he comes from and understand that there's a lot of quote-unquote groupies and women that come around and want to kind of throw themselves at celebrities and R&B singers such as R. Kelly.
The prosecution, on the other hand, will be trying to select jurors who follow the rules.
Prosecution jurors are clearly looking for people who find child pornography offensive and don't care who's responsible and what the circumstances are.
Before any jury member steps into the courthouse, however, he or she will have spent years in the court of public opinion.
You got the Olsen twins over there, so then you got to put R. Kelly way up there.
The jury forms a lot of their ideas and opinions from the media coverage.
That coverage has been extensive. Even popular movies like Barbershop 2 have weighed in on the charges against Kelly.
Something wrong with R. Kelly, man.
Y'all see the tape? I think it was set up.
Oh, yeah, he was set up now. He set up the camera.
In Chicago, it's no laughing matter. The appearance of the videotape has divided the African-American community.
This is what we think about him and his music.
It's just music that he does or whatever. We don't care about what you do. It's like Bill Clinton. I don't care that you slept with Monica Lewinsky. It's the same thing. You were a good president. He's a good artist.
The reason I don't listen to his music is because of the scandals. I don't like the whole persona and everything like that.
I support him even though he is going through this case, but I'm one of his fans, so I support him whatever he does.
You might be at home talking over the dinner table saying, oh, that's wrong, you know, I really wish that brother would get help for that. But on the other hand, you don't want to see the white man get him.
Comedian Dave Chappelle explored this racial tension in a recent skit.
We're talking about a justice system that had 500 people whose cases were overturned by DNA evidence. I seen a tape with 5 cops beat up and they said that they had a reasonable doubt. I got my doubts too, all right?
Racial tension has long been a reality in Chicago, but in recent months, explosive comments from a few white firefighters have made it worse. They've gone on the radio vowing not to help blacks in an emergency.
If your house ever catches fire, you'd better make sure that there are black firemen on hand.
Some compare the racial climate in Chicago to the heated atmosphere surrounding the O.J. Simpson trial in 1995. Back then, the division between black and white was as divisive as that between guilt and innocence. Some fear the race card could tip the scales of justice.
There's one expression that scares me a little bit. It's known as jury nullification. It's what I think happened in the O.J. Simpson case. More than enough evidence there to convict him of the crime. That jury took less than 3 hours to say, we don't think he did it. I don't think because they believed he didn't, but they just nullified. They weren't willing to convict on the law.
Here you're talking about a hometown boy who's made it good, who's risen from the depths of the South Side ghetto almost of Chicago. And people in Chicago are proud of him.
Our urban community are true fans and true supporters, and Rob will have support to the end. And when I say that, I mean that, the Lord calls him home.
R. Kelly is innocent.
Chicago courts aren't as forgiving as music fans. In fact, the city's criminal courts are among the harshest in the country when it comes to trying cases involving children and pornography.
These are just the most serious charges that really anybody can be charged with in terms of people having such a disdain for this type of conduct.
If he's guilty, he's over. That's what I think.
Chicago has rarely seen a case like Kelly's, however, and it's difficult to predict how the city and its legal system would treat their favorite son.
He's a star. He's the hope of so many people. So he's supposed to win. He's supposed to win.
I'm the world's greatest.
R. Kelly's continued success as a musician, even in the light of the sensational charges against him, is a testament to the singer's popularity. But ultimately, it will be up to 12 jurors to either convict or acquit based on the legal case against R. Kelly.